Alrighty, Donnie D here. I want to make a quick update video on these AR500 steel targets that I bought several years ago. I made a video on them when I purchased them, and I wanted to come back now and give you an update on them as to how I like them and how well they've held up. But before I do that, you can see this little bandage I've got on my finger there. Be very careful where you stick your hands, folks. I've been down to Merchant's Mill Pond, paddling around on my kayak. I've been to a couple of creeks, walking the bank fishing. Been in my shop, sticking my hand in cabinets and so forth and so on. And at some point in time, over the last few days, apparently I got bit by what the doctor seems to think is a brown recluse spider. And you don't want one of them suckers nibbling on you, I can tell you that, because it's nasty. But it's finally beginning to kind of look a little bit better, so hopefully it'll heal on up in a few more days. But just be careful where you stick your hand. But anyway, back to the targets here. Like I said, I bought these targets about 6 or 7 years ago from a place called shooting7targets.com. I don't remember what I paid for them, doesn't matter, because I'm sure the price has changed several times since then. But I can tell you this, regardless of what I paid for them, they've been worth every penny, because they'll just last you forever and forever. As long as you take care of them, give them a good coat of paint every time you shoot them, come back, clean them up a little bit, paint them, and they'll just last you forever. They are 3/8 inch thick targets. This one is a 16 inch. This one is a 12, I believe, either a 10 or 12 by 16. I didn't measure it. These two are 10 inch with a 4 inch reactive through a 3 inch hole. This one is an 8 and this one is a 3. I had two of the 3s a few years ago, but I was shooting at them one afternoon, and probably with my 308 I hit it, and it disappeared. It ended up back behind the target in the weeds somewhere. I looked and looked, couldn't find it, so I'm sure somebody found it in a day or two and kept it. I don't blame them. But anyway, let me give you a little bit closer look at the surface of them. You can see how they've held up. Let me get the camera off. Give me just a second. Try not to shake it too bad. There we go. Flip this around. All right. Like I said, these are 3/8 inch targets. They've been shot with 22, 9mm, 380, 45, my 223, my 5.56 AR, my 308, and also my 7.62 by 54R Mosin Nagant, which I believe that's basically the same thing as a 30-06. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they've been hit pretty hard by a lot of bullets, and literally thousands, no telling how many thousands of times I've shot these things. And as you can see, the surface looks a little uneven, but that's not the metal. That's not damage to the steel. That's damage to the paint. There are literally hundreds of coats of paint on these things, and when you shoot them, of course, the paint chips off, and that's what makes it so nice. You can see your impacts really easy, and that's what you're seeing is the paint. I don't strip the paint off of them every time. I just shoot them, bring them home, wipe them off a little bit, and repaint them, and then they're ready to go again. And that's all I've done to them is keep some paint on them. And I did add these little guys right here onto the end of the chains. They come with the chains, by the way, but I added that on those things on there, so it makes it a little bit easier for me to attach them to my target rack. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know, damage wise, like I said, there's no real, some tiny pitting on the metal. You can see a little spot right there, another one right there, but that's so insignificant it just doesn't matter. And on the edges, a few places on the edges, and like right in here, if you hit it with a bullet, a high-powered bullet right on the edge, it will chip it off a little bit. But keep in mind, what you're seeing is literally thousands of bullet impacts over 6 or 7 years, so they're in pretty doggone good shape. And but anyway, just want to give you a quick look. If you have any questions on them, Like I said, I don't remember what I paid, but it doesn't matter because I'm sure the price has changed many times over the last few years. But anyway, got any questions on? Just give me post me a question and I'll see if I can answer it for you. But anyway, for Donnie D, for now, Donnie D's AR500 Steel Gongs after 6 or 7 years, this is Donnie D, and I'll see you later. Bye.